it takes 4 shots of a syringe injection, probably about that big, and it goes into your eye 4 times per eye.
This Australian influencer, often referred to online as Dragon Girl, has gotten the internet's attention with a series of daring and unusual body modifications, including the controversial practice of tattooing her eyeballs, turning the whites of her eyes blue. Here's the full story. Amber Luke is an Instagram and TikTok influencer, as well as an adult content creator with over 57,000 followers on Instagram and 62,000 followers on TikTok. She first went viral in June of 2018 after the Daily Mail published a profile on her, which focused on how and why she purportedly spent over $10,000 on body modifications and tattoos. Getting her first tattoo at 16 years old, Luke said she quickly became addicted, and that she found tattooing herself helped her with her depression.
At 15 years old, I got diagnosed with severe clinical depression.
The body modifications she lists in the Daily Mail piece are getting her tongue split, her ears made pointy, and having the whites of her eyeballs tattooed blue. Since that article was published, she's had even more body modifications, like sharpening her 2 front teeth into vampire teeth, having her ears gauged, and increasing her overall tattoo count past 600 from the 50 she claims to have in the article, with tattoos now covering 98% of her body. In the article, Amber says that her friends gave her the nickname Blue-Eyed White Dragon because of her tattooed eyes and split tongue. She also mentioned some of the difficulties she's encountered with her body modifications. For example, after getting her tongue split, she was unable to speak or eat for a week. This was little damage compared to what she faced after getting her eye tattoo procedure, the complications of which were later expanded on when she was featured in an episode of the Truly YouTube series Hooked on a Look in 2019. She says that while the procedure itself only took around 40 minutes, the pain was excruciating.
It felt like he grabbed 10 shards of glass and rubbed it in my eye.
She also mentions that due to complications with her procedure, she ended up being blinded by it for 3 whole weeks. Eye tattooing, also called sclera tattooing, is not like a regular tattoo. The controversial procedure involves the tattoo artist injecting a small amount of ink under the conjunctiva, the clear membrane covering the front of the eye, and over the sclera, the whites of the eye. A 2021 Allure article discusses the procedure with one of the body modification experts who developed it around 12 years ago, Luna Cobra. Cobra says in the article that he doesn't actually recommend anyone get the procedure, as it is all too common for it to go wrong. For example, in 2017, Canadian model Kat Gallinger was famously the victim of a botched sclera tattoo that had her crying purple tears. Cobra says he calls every client to make sure they're absolutely positive they want to go through with the sclera tattoo procedure before performing it, as the procedure is irreversible. Still, despite her difficult experience, Amber says she is in love with her image and has no regrets in regard to any of her body modifications. She says when looking at images of herself before her transformation, I see myself as very plain looking. I absolutely hated the way I used to look. I was boring. She also notes that she's incredibly grateful for her family and friends who've supported her in her body modification journey. While her mother was at first upset by these decisions, she's grown to accept and support her daughter's choices.
I've supported her because I could actually see the transition, the growth.
Luke also implores those considering body modifications to do their research and sit on the decision for a while before committing to anything. In 2020, Luke once again appeared on Hooked on the Look, this time to give an update on her body modification. She reveals she's now spent over $120,000 on tattoos and body modifications combined. In the episode, she also reveals herself to be a Satanist.
Satanism is a lot about individualism and not being afraid to express yourself.
And has a team of makeup artists cover all the tattoos on her face to surprise her boyfriend, a stunt she later repeated in 2021 on the YouTube series Transformed, where makeup artists covered all of the tattoos on her body.